Feyenoord Ajax 0-2. With me today, Tomasz. Tomasz,
Hello.
Great game.
Yeah, what a treat we got, haven't we?
At least we won. Sahbi said the same thing as what you said at the beginning. You're kind of relieved that we won this game. Let's just start with the first half. Things you want to discuss about the first half, how Ajax played, how Feyenoord played, the players that stood out, the players that didn't stand out for you.
Well, basically, I would say that there was this interview that Hag gave that we sometimes have issues with the attitude, and for some reason I got the impression this was the case again today, which is totally unacceptable. Which leads me
to Klassieker, right?
Yeah. So, which leads me to believe that this might not be the case. Maybe there's something physically wrong with the team that they want to, but there's not enough, steam in the legs and whatever in the body altogether. So generally it was not a good ad for the Eredivisie for the rest of the Europe. It was a terrible game, both halves actually, and there were very little things that I would consider like worth mentioning in a positive manner. One thing would be overall, I guess, the official Ajax Twitter account already published that Schuurs was king of the match. Undoubtedly,
definitely,
no question here, and he was very stable, just like him at the back, and also his long passing, which you all know he has it in him. It was a joy to watch, and it often helped us to get out of the trouble. But other than that, nobody's been perfect. Some praise can go to Tadic, who showed what we expected from him: dedication, technical ability, and he was involved in both goals, especially the beautiful first screamer. And other than that, maybe Ranch gave a good sub, but other than that, everybody else was either subpar or straight unacceptable.
Well, Thomas, what struck me, for me, I was very hesitant before the game. Why? Because Per got the chance to play centrally with Licha. Licha got injured. Martinez got injured in the first half, and then Blind went to the central defender position with Schuurs. And then I even got worse, like my nerves starting. I was like, okay, let's hope this goes well, because Linse has some speed. Dessers can come in with some speed, and that would be hard for Blind. But even Blind, I thought, was decent today with Schuurs next to him.
I mean, he had like one header he missed, and that could have cost us in the first half. But other than that, Blind was okay, nothing special, but
he had that save with his shoulder.
Oh yes, in the first half
good
as well.
Save.
That was wonderful. And but other than that, he was okay. But Timber played on the right back, and Ten Hag said that which sounded reasonable, that against Alkmaar it looked fine, and there's
no, it's okay.
Downstairs. And anyways, I thought I would have him with me, but he thought that the game was undeserving of his presence here. Timber. Ten Hag said that Timber on the right and Schuurs in the middle would help gain control and so on, and it actually looked like that against AZ. But today Timber was like second worst player in our team, I believe. Got outplayed way too many times, especially during the second half. Had some very irresponsible pieces of passing. Got dispossessed a couple of times.
Yeah, personally, I'm not a fan of Timber at the right back position, Thomas. I like him centrally, and with him and Licha centrally are very dominant. I don't know why you would want to split that up.
Well, I guess we didn't have a better option there. However, I too believe that Timber's natural position is centre back, but I expected more of him at the right back, because he can be decent at least there. Wasn't the case today. And if we're being critical, we have to talk about Anthony. That was possibly his worst Ajax game, without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah. Well, forget the tackle in the first half. When considering how the ref booked the game, it could have been a red if he was like consequential and then gave.
You mean what happened in the first half with Malaysia, right?
Yes. Yes. Correct.
Exactly.
Correct.
Yeah, very red.
Definitely, it wasn't a red for me, but considering how easily he gave yellows before, that would make sense to give red in that case. But not only this, he's been almost counterproductive. The most of the time, he had to change shoes for God's sake because he had so little feeling of the pitch, I guess. And also, he got struck a couple of times in the second half, and he obviously was acting a bit, which is extremely silly. If you have a yellow card on your account and you already have an opinion of a diver, so it's a risky game and something
Do you mean when he fell with Reece Nelson with the hand in the face?
Yes, but not only. He overreacted a couple of times. It was a foul, don't get me wrong. But I guess he added a lot from himself, and it wasn't worth it. Let's put it that way. So basically that's my main points. I'm very unhappy that during the second half, most of the time, we just wanted to defend. We're Ajax. We're not, any other team. With all the respect or lack of for the other teams.
Yeah, but the analyst just said. I was watching the analyst, and they said, when things don't work out, this is the kind of match you get when the technique is not there and it's failing you. Then you also need to win the matches on fight and not only on technical ability.
Correct, which is why subbing Berghaus for Klaassen made sense, because Klaassen is more of a player for such circumstances. However, I'm not unhappy with how we dealt with the circumstances. Our form. I'm unhappy how we played the game from the beginning. So I expected us to not be so negative. I didn't see the stats after the game, but I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't have more. If we had less possession even.
Forget the possessions. Both teams didn't have one shot on target. It says enough about the game, I think. And I think what you said, relieved, is the best option, because if we would have lost this game or drew this game, it would have been a harder time for Ajax for next season to get close to PSV again.
Next year, yes. Anyways, we're already in an unacceptable position. We should be way ahead.
But we're not getting our we're not taking our chances when the opposition is losing points. And that's a whole problem. And I'm seeing also a serious lack in team chemistry. Too many people not playing in their favorite position. And the chemistry, like Noose, Anthony, for instance, that chemistry was very deadly. You don't see that with Wrench, you don't see that with Timber, and then the whole team becomes a different team.
So, here comes the discussion if we should have played with more players before that, so that that chemistry could develop between other players as well. On the other hand, we don't know if that would have cost us some points. That's a what-if game, and it's a very, very difficult matter.
And what about the substitutions from Ten Hag, Tomasz? Because we had some yellow cards in the first half, four players with yellow cards, and then he only substituted one player at a time every time. Which at the end got injured and had a yellow card and couldn't get substituted. What did you think of that?
Well, first of all, just to go a bit sideways, I'm very happy again that Edson proved again that he can deal with playing while being booked. That's a big kudos for him, because he doesn't seem like a player that. Yeah. So that's very nice. Well, I believe that seeing how the game went, we shouldn't have bothered that much in the end with the bookings and with the changes themselves. Nico wasn't great. Still, I guess he was the right player. We had to have some character on the field. Wrench gave us the penalty. Klaassen I already mentioned. I guess the subs were okay. However, I'm not happy with the overall quality of the game, and it has to go to Ten Hag. Again, again, Slot has been able to counter Ten Hag, wonderfully.
Yeah, properly.
You remember
Like
the two
with
AZ
AZ
games
as well, you mean,
yeah. So that is a bit worrisome that he cannot, like, we won, okay, but was it a really convincing win? No, it wasn't. It was only because Senesi, is a consistent player who scores own goals against us, which is perfectly fine with me, by the way.
Yeah, we got very lucky today, and we should praise our Lord that it happened this way. It could have easily gone a different way. I'm 100% with you. The positives. Last thing, the positives. I mean, you said Schuurs, the positive. We can use him more often.
Yeah.
Should
again, he's been on the rise.
Give more trust to other players on the bench because he's not using all of them.
Yeah, well, it's fine that we got a clean sheet. However, Pasveer he was so shaky today. That wasn't good. Yeah, Tadic was at his level, which proves again that if everybody's playing terrible, we can count on him. And this is always a positive and a constantly good thing, which is much appreciated, and which is why one of my cats is named Dusan, because of our captain who really is the heart and soul and the technique of the club. And yeah, we're happy and lucky to have him.